All right, what's going on, everybody? Chris Bruce, Internet Landlord. I got my guy Kev on here, Mr. Government Cheese himself. Appreciate you coming on, man.
No, man, thank you.
So, Kevin, man, I remember you coming on our podcast and you shocked me with like this whole way of being able to make money off of government contracts. I had no idea this is even like this was a thing. Break down a little bit about what you do, and more importantly, what you're teaching others that they can get into with this whole government contracts.
Yeah, so I've been doing government contracting for 15 years. It's just, for me, it's been a way to create a stable business source, something that's always going to be around. It's kind of recession proof. And it worked for me, and it helped me change my life and helped me get to that point where I could, get that real financial freedom like everybody speaks of. So what I did when we put the course together was really just take all the knowledge that I had, all the ups and downs, and kind of package it for people so that they can get into government contracting and they can really start from day one and be rolling, as opposed to where it took me almost a year before I even figured out how to submit on my first bid. So with the course, it kind of gets them into that mode early, shows them how to get certified, how to get registered with the different entities, walks them through what bids look like, even how to go about them. And so that's the goal for me, is to try to help people get started in the industry a lot faster than what I did, because it took me years before I was successful.
Right, and I can say that there hasn't been any really courses out there like this.
Yeah.
Now that I've seen
it, it's one of the things, man. It's the government, so it's like everybody. The minute they hear government, it's like, oh no, we don't want nothing to do with that.
Right.
So the industry is always, and I like that, because when I talk to people, or people make that first introduction, and they're, of course, everyone's intrigued by it, but then they're always like, well, but can I really do that? And then usually, man, it takes me a minute or 2 minutes of talking to somebody, and then it's like, oh, you know what? This is actually it's a good business, and it really is. All the top Fortune 500 companies, their largest clients are the government. I don't care what they tell you or how they make it seem, whether it's Johnson and Johnson, General Electric, even down to Tesla, Amazon, like their number one client is the US government.
Right.
So that just goes to show people that it's a viable business model.
Right. Okay. And so before this, before we start working together, like, did you make any money online? Had you saw the online course before?
Man, I had no experience. I didn't even have any real knowledge of how the online stuff was really going. And I guess it's because I was in the government contracting, so I lived in a bubble, I guess, for the past 10, 15 years. So I had no knowledge that any of this existed. And I honestly didn't think it was possible, to be real with you. At first, I was like, there's no money that there's no way that I can make money online. There's no, this isn't real.
Right.
But literally from day one, I was like, okay, nah, this is actually real. It's real. Okay.
Yeah. And so I remember you came to me the concept, and I was like, man, I got to figure out something that we can make it unique for yours to stand out. Yeah. I think that government cheese, man, it just fits so perfectly. You know what I'm saying?
It's crazy, because like when people first hear it, like everybody's first reaction is to laugh. But right. Then when we start talking about the concept, then everybody's like, yo, that's crazy.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, like, yo, man, I don't know. Chris came up with it. Like, he was just like, yo, cheese. And I was even like, you sure, bro? And he was like, nah, I'm telling you, all right, if you say so, I'm gonna ride with it. And right. Yo, it's like, it's crazy, because literally it doesn't matter any type of demographic or anything. People can, like, they feel it, they get it. Mm-hmm. It don't matter how they are, young, old, don't matter color, sex, anything. When people hear government cheese, like, they all are like, yo, the government cheese.
Yeah.
No, I love it.
That's dope. That's dope. All right. So, bam, you launched the course. You've got, on the first couple of weeks, like, how many people did you put in the program so far? Like in the first few weeks anyway?
The first week we put in, I think, 12 people.
12 people. Okay. That's good.
Last, I'd say probably 30 days since then, we put in another 7.
Okay.
7 or 8. So, I mean,
and no ads.
Huh?
They haven't spent no money on ads either.
Yeah, no, I haven't run any ads yet at all.
Okay.
Yeah, they had no ads. It's just been, just the word of mouth and just talking to people and just doing like you showed me how to create, what I'm saying, a little content for Instagram. Cause that was one of the things too. Like, not only was it just my experience to the internet coaching side, but even the social media side of it. I wasn't up on that, So like you showed me that, like, yo, you got to do content, you got to create your reels, do your stories and all of that. And so a lot of the sales have come from that. And it's been just organic. Yeah, no marketing at all as of yet,
Right.
which is crazy, which is even crazier to me.
Yeah, nah, that's cool. And I mean, you've been able to sell them at $497, now at $997. That's amazing, man.
Yeah. The crazier thing was, like, I remember when we had it at 997 and I discounted it to 497 to kind of get people into it. I literally would explain the concept and I had people ask me, like, why is it so cheap? And then I'm like, what do you mean? Like then people was thinking something was wrong because they're like, well, why is it only 497 if you're giving away all this value? I'm like, I don't know. Like, I just want to put it out there.
Right.
So yeah, we took it back to 997 and it's the same thing. Like, people still love it, because they get the value in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's dope. That's dope. So yeah, man, definitely gonna take off, with now, moving into starting to get to some ads and stuff going. So as you move into that realm, it's definitely gonna, and then we're doing more podcasts as well as too. So for anyone that's like, watching this, what would you recommend them, working with us to help create the offer, build the funnel?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, it was one of the best things I did was, connecting with you guys. And because not only do you have the experience and the knowledge base of, like, how to do the courses, but like, you understand so much more than that. It's not just like you can, pull somebody off a Fiverr or something and just pay them to make a course, but it's not going to be the same. Like, the value that you bring to the table based on your experience is so much more than just putting a course together. And that's what really did it for me, was like, it was all the extras, just the true value that you brought, because you've been doing it for so long and you've seen it from so many different sides. Like, those are the little things that make you successful,
Right.
and that make others successful. And the way that you're able to articulate it and really teach people, and the team that you have behind you, like, putting everything together, like, it works because you're not one of these people that just say, oh, I just want to start selling courses, like, or teaching people how to sell courses. You were already selling courses. You already had a system in place.
Right.
I think that makes a lot of difference. At least for me, it did, because I was jumping into a ready built system. Like, it was proven, like, how to do this.
Yeah. Yeah.
I definitely recommend people for that.
Definitely. And I was glad that you was also able to, get on the stage. I know it was random that you didn't know, but being able to come to my homie's event, our friend Jay and Levi's event, and get on the stage, man. I know it was dope. It was real dope.
Oh, it was wild, but it was also like, I was kind of apprehensive at first, but then you were like, nah, just do it. It'll be fun. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know what I'm gonna say. You're like, just talk. Like, you be good. And so now, at the end of the day, I was happy I did it. And I look forward to doing more of that. Because I think once I learned from the course and everything, how to really talk to people, how to explain to them what I had to offer, it did become kind of easy. Because it wasn't like me just normal, just like talking off the cuff. Like, there's structure to it now.
Right.
And that's what putting the whole course and everything together did for me, is it gave me an actual structure to be able to talk to.
Mm-hmm. Perfect.
Yeah.
All right. So, man, everybody that's watching this, listen, if you want to, get your funnel built, help you create your offer, definitely you can reach out to us, the internetlandlord.com. Also, we're going to have on this video too, man. If you want to get to government contracts, all right, make sure you go to governmentcheese.org.
Yeah, the governmentcheese.org. Yep.
Yeah, check that out too, guys. All right. So appreciate you, Kev, man. Like I said, looking forward, man, to seeing, you continue growing the success with everything.
I appreciate all the help, man. You've been great.
Thanks.